Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Ryan in Safety. It's Friday morning. It's about 7:20, and wanted to do a video with everybody and talk about CSA scores and what they are, why they're important, and how they affect you as a driver, how they affect the company as well. A lot of you probably already know what they are and how it affects you and the company. Some may not, so we're just going to try to educate everybody, and then further educate those of you that actually know what they are and how important they are. But anyway, so CSA scores, what are they? So CSA stands for Compliance, Safety, and Accountability. It's a program that evaluates commercial motor carriers' safety performance by using roadside inspection, crash, and traffic data. So it's based on the driver's overall performance out there on the road. Some pertains to us here as well, as far as you know, in the shop mechanically and things like that. So what do CSA scores measure? Unsafe driving, that's speeding, texting, seatbelt violations, crash indicator, that's past crash involvement. Those are like DOT recordable accidents. Like if you have a fender bender, somebody and company just sort of strokes a check to pay for that vehicle's repairs, that's not going to show up on there. Hours of service, this one's huge for us. Our number is a little high right now. So that's adherence to driving and rest time rules. So, guys, make sure that you're using your clock the way it's supposed to be. If you're running out of time, go ahead and find you a place to pull over that's safe. PC, that's been an issue for a while now, but make sure you know the proper use of that. Just real quick definition: anything that involves work with the truck, pretty much. So if you're loaded or empty, can't advance the truck. Advancing would mean you're working. You're supposed to start PC and stop PC at the same area, same city, same truck stop, whatever the case may be. But that's for you to use the truck on your personal time. Go get food, entertainment. If you're out, want to go see a movie or something like that, that's what that's for. If you have any questions about PC, get in touch. Vehicle maintenance, brake issues, lights, and freight issues. Again, that kind of goes to the shop, but also goes to you as a driver. You need to be doing your pre-trip, post-trip, which we'll kind of talk about. But you need to make sure your truck and your trailer and everything is tip-top before hitting the road. Controlled substances and alcohol, that's any drug and alcohol violations. So refrain from doing drugs or alcohol, refrain from doing drugs. Holmes has a zero tolerance policy. Even medical marijuana, that's legal. You can go get a medical card for that, but it's illegal to be a DOT driver and have marijuana. And for us as a company, it's a big no-no too. Hazardous materials, we don't haul that stuff. Driver fitness, unqualified, unlicensed, or medically unfit drivers. Through orientation, every driver goes and does a fitness test, which a lot of you have already done. That's just to make sure that you can physically do the job. You have to have an updated medical card, obviously. Depending on your health condition, they'll give you a 1 year, 2 year, or maybe even a 6 month card. For those of you who use a CPAP machine, make sure you're using that, because when you go get your medical card, they are going to ask for the little, memory chip that's in there, so they can make sure you're at least using, and I think 75% is the actual usage of that machine before they can pass you and clear you medically. Why are they important? So CSA scores, crucial because they measure a commercial carrier's safety performance, directly impacting that carrier's reputation, that carrier's insurance costs, ability to get loads, and risk of costly federal interventions like audits or fines. So that's making them vital for operational success, profitability, and keeping roads safer for everyone by incentivizing compliance with the regulations. It's pretty cut and dry. The higher our scores, the less business we'll get. The higher our scores, the higher our insurance costs are. As a carrier, if we have inability to get loads, that's less business, less miles, less time on the road, so your checks are going to be directly affected by that as well. And we're all here to make money, and we don't want that to happen. So we have to kind of pull together as a team. How can CSA scores affect drivers? So they can directly affect truck drivers by influencing their hiring opportunities, job stability, daily operations, and income potential, which I kind of just touched on. Number one, more inspections mean more delays. I think our average inspection time on the road a couple years ago, it was like a combined 2 years, was 48 minutes for those of you who haven't heard me say that. Now imagine just being pulled over, stuck on the side of the road for an average of 48. So some are less, some are more. Depends on how many issues you got, all that good stuff. But yeah, more inspections, more delays. Number two, more delays, less time. That's DOT clock. Less time you have on your clock because you're pulled over and have to be on duty for an hour and a half for an inspection. Less time you're going to have on the road making money, and then less time means less miles. So they all coincide and affect each other. How do they affect the company? So insurance costs, that's a big one. They can go up or down. The cheaper the insurance costs, it's better for everybody. The company has a little bit more expendable money that they can, either give you a raise as a driver or whatever the case may be. But everybody's in a better mood company-wide if insurance costs are down. It can affect us as a company to attract and retain customers. Nobody wants to do business with a customer or with a carrier that has high CSA scores, that can't get their loads where they need them to be on time. There's a lot of little fine detail in there I won't go into, but that's a huge issue. Audits and inspections, more or less. So we want less audits, less inspections. Since I've been here June of 2024, to my knowledge, we have not had an audit in the safety department, but it's just a matter of time. But as a company, lower CSA scores, less chance of being audited. Number four is a big one too, reputation. Again, this kind of goes back to attracting and retaining customers and drivers. So as a driver, or let's say as a recruiter, I look at a driver's safety, history, violations, accidents, things like that. Well, they look at that for us too as a driver. They say, hey, how many loads am I going to get a week? How many miles am I going to get a week? If I say, well, our inspection time's an hour and a half, and we're getting audited once a month, so I can't really guarantee you your miles. And I think this company does a really good job of consistent loads, consistent miles throughout. How can we maintain lower CSA scores? So, number one, I'd say this is the golden rule: pre-trip and post-trip. And to answer some of y'all's questions, if you do a post-trip at the end of the day, yes, you still have to do a pre-trip in the morning. You don't know what happened to your truck or trailer or load, for that matter, while you sleep at a truck stop. You could have a truck back into you, and you wouldn't feel it in the sleeper, and it might knock out a tail light or your ABS light, something like that. Tires could go flat. You may have had a slow leak, and overnight it went completely flat. Anything like that, or oil leaks, brakes leaking, that stuff could happen overnight as well. So yes, pre-trip in the morning, post-trip in the evening, and please log that in your e-logs. Maintenance, that's pretty cut and dry. That's having to do with the shop. So if you have issues with your truck or your trailer, please bring that into the shop. Let David or Josh, somebody know about that. That way we can get it fixed up and get you back on the road. Proper e-logs, again, very important. That's hours of service. So we don't need you to go over your hours in on duty or driving time and using your PC correctly. So if y'all have any questions about that, you can contact myself, maybe Carter if I'm not available. And then training. So this is kind of what we're doing. Number four, making you guys aware of the issue, why these are important, and comes back to asking questions. If you don't know, you don't know. So get with myself, Carter, Randy, even possibly for safety stuff, and ask the question. There are no dumb questions. All right, last slide. Thank you guys for what you do every day. Thanks for watching this. If you have any questions or concerns about this video, what we talked about, if you don't really know or need me to kind of elaborate more, please contact myself or the safety department. All right, guys, be safe out there. Thank you.